Please follow our Instagram.
Hey guys, so in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how I make this ombre with drips effect tumbler. So as you guys can see, this tumbler looks terrible because I was doing a fabric cup and I decided to strip it. So this tumbler has already been prepped, just bear that in mind. I am using Himalayan salt and also ruby by Crafty Glitters. I am just putting a layer of Helios glue. Choosing two glitters that is in the same family would make ombreing a lot easier, guys. I like to start my ombre with the darkest so that it's kind of easier to overlap the light on top of the dark. Also, holding your tumbler in an angle and holding your bottle of glitter way high up would allow the glitters to naturally fall forward, and then you do the same with the other side. It's kind of hard to explain in words, guys, how I'm doing my ombre, but basically you really need to be light-handed when it comes to the middle part where you want to merge the two colors together so that your glitters don't come out too much. I would rather the glitters come out too little than too much. And also I would rather play more on the lighter side of my glitter rather than the darker color because it's easier to mess up when you're using the darker color. Whereas for the lighter color, it's like as if you're kind of like repairing it, and this is how it looks like after many attempts. So if you didn't get it in the first attempt, don't worry, guys. After 30 minutes, I use a dry brush and then I brush off all the excess glitter off my tumbler. This step is necessary because we really want all the loose glitters to come off the tumbler so that you don't need so many layers of Hyperion. Once you're done brushing off all the loose glitters, I use Helios glue to seal my glitters. I will speed up this process for you because it is repetitive. Leave it to dry for 1 hour and then after that I put on my first layer of Hyperion. And I believe the footage was deleted. I think I put another layer of glitter because I wasn't so happy with the ombre previously. So I decided to wash it off and then just dry it with kitchen paper towels and then put another coat of Hyperion. Technically, it's still my first coat of Hyperion. And then once you're done with that, wait for 2 hours and then put on your second coat of Hyperion, which is now. After that, wait for 2 hours and then put on your third coat of Hyperion. After 2 hours, it is ready for sand down. Really guys, I have never done 4 coats and then sand down. It has always been 3 coats and then sand down, and I have never hit glitter. Just make sure that you are using 7.5 ml for every 20 ounce cup. And then once you've sanded down, put on your 4th coat of Hyperion. And then if you're getting grittiness, this could also be the grittiness that's causing it. It's just because it's drying too fast on my fingers. So my advice is to work fast and do not overwork your sealant. After 2 hours, put on your 5th coat of Hyperion. And if you guys see me shaking the bottle, it's not necessary to shake the bottles. I just do it out of habit. This is how it looks like after 5 coats of Hyperion. It's wavy, yes. That's because you've only done 1 sand down, but it's definitely ready for vinyl. I'm doing an offset for this vinyl, and the offset is my black Oracle vinyl, and then the holographic is by Cricut vinyl. I'm just sanding down a little bit so that it will be less wavy and then this would be our second sand down. Also, don't forget the lids. I usually use an X-Acto knife first, and then after that I will sand down whatever is poking out. Also, I like to give my tumblers a rinse after a sand down, but I think that's preference. I just don't want the dust to interfere in any of the tumbler making process. I'm actually obsessed with this coat because I can relate, and I think this offset is so pretty with the ombre. So anyway, after putting on my vinyl, I like to seal my vinyl with Helios glue. I like to seal all my vinyls with Helios glue. So after that, let it rest for half an hour, and then it's time to put my Hyperion. And this is my 6th coat of Hyperion. Let it dry for 2 hours, and then after that I take it off my turner and started with my drips. I'm using the Tulip brand puffy paints in white, and also Wedding Dress by Crafty Glitters. I know it's kind of intimidating to put this puffy paint on top of your tumbler, but believe me, if you ever mess up, just wipe it off and then wash it off. It goes away. It's actually very simple. All you need to do is just put a thick coat of this tulip puffy paint, and then just bang it on the table or on your hand, and it will instantly create natural drips. I love this so much. I know I told you guys that I love this, but of course, a disaster has to happen after you say that, right? So basically, I didn't use enough drips. I wasn't pleased with the drips because it was ugly. So I decided to rinse it off, wash it off, and then wipe it dry, and then come back and redo it. So if I were to give you one tip, it is to put really thick, well, not really thick, but thick enough so that you don't have to reapply. To be honest, I didn't even hit my own advice when I am doing the second time, but this was a lot better than my first attempt. And then once you are super pleased with your drips, immediately put on your glitter. And I know there's the urge to brush off all the loose glitters that is stuck elsewhere, but don't do it, guys. Just let it rest. I did this at night and I continued the next day. So this is how it looks like. And once it's hard, I then take a dry brush and I just brush off all the loose glitters, and then I seal it with Helios glue. After that, let it rest for half an hour to an hour, and then it is time to put on your Hyperion sealant. This is my 7th coat of Hyperion, and then wait 2 hours, sand down, and then put on more coats of Hyperion until it's smooth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't manage to do a video last week, but I hope this one makes up for the last week's absence. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bisa aduh, bisa aduh, as, aduh, as. That's right.